how do you weigh, I guess, the value of wanting to come back versus a pro career that's sort of staring at you?
I think when I was going through that process, I was just kind of balancing, both options and seeing what was best for me and my family. And I just felt like, there was I love my teammates too much to be able to leave them without giving them, all of my 4 years. And I was so excited about the opportunity to come back and play with this team this year that, there was no opportunity that would have taken me away from that. And so, it was really, I've never regretted that decision for, even a moment. I've been so excited, so blessed to play this year with these guys and for everything that we did. And I'm a better person for it, and I'm a better player for it. So I'm really thankful that I made the decision that I did.
For those of us, again, who don't necessarily know or can articulate it, how many pros did we see on that floor last night, do you think?
There are so many. When you talk about guys that come off the bench for Baylor, even like Matthew Mayer, he's a pro. You saw almost everyone on that court that touched that court, besides the walk-ons at the end, were probably very, very successful pros. When you talk about the backcourt of Baylor, you have 2 first-round picks in Mitchell and Butler, and then the guys they got around him, Teague, who's no joke, and his ability to make shots is incredible. Along with the other guys that they have, you saw a lot of guys who have a lot of potential to do some serious things at the professional level, and that's what basketball is about. That's what's fun about it, and it's that type of competition, and that's being able to play against those teams all year. I'm very thankful for it because in the Big Ten we saw that kind of competition and saw a lot of great teams. But there was no doubt last night that Baylor was the best team in the country, and barring a COVID pause, they might have been undefeated as well going into that moment.
Certainly, your season was nothing at all to sneeze at, given your seeding and your success in the tournament, and certainly throughout. What is it like? What is that like? First off, to walk on that March Madness floor, especially having not had it last year, and then of course walking off it for your last time as a senior.
It's honestly a dream come true. I think that's the biggest thing is that when you're a kid, you grow up wanting to play in March Madness. You anticipate these moments, and you're so excited for them. And I really wish, obviously, I would have had 3 chances to play in the tournament, but last year, obviously everything was cut short. But even the 2 years that I had to play in the NCAA tournament, there are some memories I'll remember forever. 2 great wins that I definitely will cherish, and a lot of fun, a lot of memories. And obviously this year, being in a bubble and doing things like that, that's something that is not going to probably happen for a very long time, or if ever, and hopefully not. But it's something that, if you go through it, it's going to be something that is going to be remembered.
Yeah, college sports in particular, of course, and not that I need to tell you, have been so grossly affected by it for the fact that college sports is really contingent on fan support, right? The allegiance is different than it is to a pro team. Pro team, you're like, same old team, whatever. I mean, obviously, you know it very well, how your fans live and die for you in those moments. Any sort of last words for the Iowa fans as you progress to the next level?
I'm so thankful that I was able to represent the University of Iowa and put on that Hawkeye jersey for 4 years, and I hope that I gave half as much back to the University of Iowa as they gave me.
Was there anyone you patterned your game after growing up, or people you necessarily looked to?
When I was a kid, my dad and my grandpa did a really good job of making sure that I was studying the greats. So I was always watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jack Sikma, even Shaq, guys like that who were so good. Dirk Nowitzki, so many different players, and I studied very intently, even from a young age, because I wanted to take things from those people's games and go outside and replicate them until it became routine. And so I've watched so many players, and I still continue to do that with guys in the NBA. Nikola Vucevic, one of my favorite players to watch. And I think there's so many guys in the NBA today and just before that you can watch and model your game after and take things from their game to be able to be effective.